Iowa Soybean Association is driven to deliver for Iowa's 40,000 soybean farmers. We're proud to provide objective agronomic research, a helping hand with soil and water stewardship, and timely industry news powered by the Soybean Checkoff. Learn more at iasoybeans.com.
Welcome into the MTOM podcast. I'm Paul Yeager on assignment in the buddy seat because what other place to be with your buddy? April
Hi,
Hemis.
buddy.
Hey, buddy. You know, the last time you came in, it was in the quiet of the studio. Is this your quiet studio?
This is my workplace. And what a beautiful workplace to have. There we go. We're going to get loud.
I got to look before we go. Your microphone's still there. Okay.
Okay.
We're combining corn. Don't miss a row.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
It's because I'm distracting you. We're in the middle of corn harvest, and I shouldn't say middle because you're coming towards the end. How have things been this year?
You know, much better than I thought they would. We had rust everywhere like everyone did.
Yeah.
This field we're in now, I had to replant. So there was a huge area around up here that we all had to replant corn. I only had to do this field. It was a population of about 18,000 and decided to rip it up and replant it, which is never fun. But 270, 263 isn't too bad. That's what the monitor's saying. I swear it's saying that. And
did your rain drop off in August, September?
Yes. So this is Franklin County where we're at. We had the second highest rain total ever for the month of July.
But July's one thing. It's that August, September. Did you need anything?
Yeah. Well, the beans did. And we got little bits and pieces. But when you have a wet, hot July, it's the disease triangle.
Yeah.
Wet, the host, the pathogen, and the weather and everything cooperated. So we had rust. I've always had tar spot. You can see it. So it was there, but I always use fungicide. It was very varietal difference, but my yields have been far better than expected. Best bean crop I've ever raised, ever.
So does that mean drop the mic, you're done?
Yeah, that's it.
Isn't that the way a farm? And then it's that chasing, what is it?
No, because I would drop the mic if we had better prices. But
we'll get into that in a minute.
Okay.
I want to discuss because you've got a unique position on some things. Okay.
Yes.
So crop-wise, you feel okay.
I feel I've yielded my way out of these bad prices.
Well, that gets to cause the problem with the
sorry.
market.
I
with
know.
this overabundance of grain that we're
Okay.
having, and we need to send it somewhere.
Okay, here's what I'm saying, and I've done a lot of interviews on this, is it's everything, everywhere, all at once. It's not just tariffs, it's mostly high inputs, but the value of our crops has not kept up with the inflation of the inputs. And then you throw the tariffs on there. And then, when I was doing interviews this spring, I said, I've already bought all my inputs. It's this fall when we're really gonna see, what happens. And now there's still fertilizer, comes from Canada and Morocco, and our parts, a lot of them come from Mexico. The chemicals for next year, a lot of them come from China, and Lord knows what's gonna happen there. So.
Well, your corn doesn't necessarily matter as much to China as your beans do, right?
Correct. Correct. They buy over half of what we export.
For beans.
For soybeans.
For soybeans. And
corn is Mexico. Yeah.
Okay, so we're looking at a co-op over here.
Yep.
I'm sure if I look hard enough, I'll see an ethanol plant somewhere around here.
It's about 10 miles south.
So you are in a spot where there is an outlet domestically.
Yes, I'm very fortunate. Everybody who's heard all this, like my sister called me the other day and goes, is it true China really isn't buying soybeans? And I went, wow, she works, at St. Olaf College in Minnesota. And I'm like, yeah. So, it's been out there, but we are so fortunate here in Iowa with, the ethanol plants and the biofuel plants and the crush facilities. I have a cargo crush facility 10 miles down the road, makes biodiesel. When you drove up here, you saw the chicken houses and the hog houses. We feed the most hogs, most laying hens. So in Iowa, we're fortunate. We also have two rivers, the Mississippi and the Missouri. A little bit goes down the Missouri, a lot goes out the Mississippi. So, it's those poor guys in the Dakotas who are really hurt, I mean, the co-op that you saw there, I think the basis for soybeans is 70 cents, and theirs is double that, so.
Do you get the sense that I shouldn't say everyone because you can't speak for everybody.
No.
Let's just talk your neighbors.
Okay, yeah.
What are you and your neighbors, what's the lead discussion with everybody right now?
High input costs. What's the cost of fertilizer?
Okay, fertilizers.
Fertilizer.
So that's the one input. What other input is high?
Fertilizer.
For you.
We know that, my fertilizer guy just texted me what I was going to have to pay, and I went, God. And I screamed when he told me what my nitrogen was going to be. So that was up 30%. And he goes, I wanted to get that over with early, April. And I go, okay. And so then he was smart and didn't call me. He just texted me the P&K price, because that'll go on probably this week. But the thing is I don't feel like I can skimp. You know, if we need the big yields, how can I skimp on fertilizer and caring for the land so I can get the best that I can?
Yeah.
So that I'm very fortunate. My family or I own everything I farm, but a lot of guys, the rents aren't coming down. The chemical prices aren't coming down. You know, seed prices will not come down. So it's just that usually, we're used to high inputs, but then they come down, or high. I was just watching a podcast or listening to one, and they said it costs you more bushels of corn to put on your fertilizer than ever, even though the prices might come down. Like I said, the prices of corn and soybeans hasn't come. So, when you're a farmer and you look at it that way, you go, okay, great.
Thank you. Did you say thank you, sir? May I have another?
Yes, that's about what you do. Well, and, I've been doing this 40 years. This is my 40th crop I'm taking out. And we've been through all of these things, just not all at once. It just seems like everything's hitting at once. So here we are, and I just keep up with my banker, keep talking to him. He knows what's going on, but he's also very, very young, was born in the 80s, and I came home in the 80s. So,
and this is land.
I'm going to dump every round.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
This is land that's been in your family since, I think you said, the 30s?
Yeah, that piece down there, I think this piece was the early 50s.
Oh, yeah.
They bought it when my dad came home from the war.
Okay.
Korean conflict, that he was a cook in Germany. So don't feel too sorry for him.
He was in it, but different.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, let's talk equipment then. Well, hold on. I'm going to make sure we're still here. Because equipment, we're using some of April's stuff, by the way. All right, so equipment-wise, there's always an arms race for some in farming that they have to have the best and greatest. But there's no end to the stories about used equipment or not as much new equipment. Again, I'm going to ask more of your neighborhood, not to speak to everything in general. What are you hearing?
Everybody's putting off equipment purchases. I had a neighbor right over there, and they broke the axle on their grain cart, 1,500 bushel grain cart, and it was either fix it in season, wait for the parts, or he found another used one. So that's what we're doing. I got a good story on that one, because when I got a brand new banker, and I always have to break him in, trust me, he showed up and he started laughing, and I go, you wonder how I can do what I do with this old crap? And he goes, yeah, kind of. And I go, you don't see a whole lot of equipment, And I ran it through John Deere, and they said it's just as good on the dyno as it was new. So, so why not just keep using it?
Yeah.
So.
And that is because we get questions. Everybody on the internet has an opinion. And they say,
and they're all right.
They're all right. Well, why don't you just shop around for a different banker like you would shop for other things? But relationships matter, history matters. As you say, people come and go, you have to break in new things.
Yeah.
Some things just not as easy. But do you think we're at a time now where we really do have to, in agriculture, look at things dramatically different? Things that we didn't used to think about?
Yes. I think I do like my chemicals, I can get free interest till the end of the year through not some of my chemicals. And so I do part of it that way. When there's offers like that, I bought a mini excavator. I bought that last year. I'd never tell your John Deere dealer your deepest, darkest secrets. Big mistake. Huge. And so, but I've had more fun with that and I've got more stuff done. But that was 2%. Okay, you know, it's better. But my banker would argue I'd pay less taxes if I bought it with fixed interest. I go, yeah, okay, nice try. That's when I bought this combine. That's what my banker then said, and I got a good chuckle out of that. So anyway, yeah, I think it's people. Yes, I'm a farmer, but I'm also a business person. So I have to look at what makes sense on my farm. I don't overuse anything, you know. You just do what makes sense and is economical.
Do you, when you give rides, we've talked about you giving rides for where I'm seated, and when you say you're doing all these interviews, are any of the interviews asking the same questions?
Everyone's asking the same question about, especially now, how are the tariffs affecting you?
Yeah.
What, you know, what's going on? And my favorite, CNN just emailed me at 8 o'clock at night, wanted me to be on live between 1 and 4 Eastern time sometime for an interview out in the field. And I said, number one, no. Number two, I don't have cell service. I would have to stop everything I'm doing and come in and do the interview. And there was a bunch of other reasons, but you know,
so
I said maybe another time. I said I can come in, but you know, I think sometimes the media forgets, unless they're sitting where you're at and we're taping, it just doesn't work in rural Iowa.
I appreciate you even pausing the minutes to let me get up and do my hair before we get going. Because you know how vain I am on everything. I mean, it's obvious.
Oh, yes.
But, okay, so if CNN...
Right.
And I kind of... But see, here's the thing. I vaguely referenced an interview that I saw that was on CNN on the show on Friday.
Oh, okay.
That we did, and it was about a farmer said, it was, I think, in Indiana, I'm going to lose 2 bushels to the acre on beans. The argument then, the experts online came and said, what in the heck is this guy's problem? He doesn't know what he's doing.
What?
He's got a terrible operation. Then I look back at the way Sean Hackett answered the question, and he says, good prices cover people, bad prices expose us, and we find out who's naked. Is that part of this discussion right now?
What a horrible way to explain it. I know, well, and here's what's hard is to put, when I do interviews, I try to put it in people who don't farm's terms, you know, so they understand, and sometimes that's very hard. But yeah, so that's what we try to do, is put it in their terms so they can understand it. And it is so hard to do a 2-minute interview and explain what's going on in agriculture.
Yeah.
I mean, it just is, period. Because yes, and everyone's an expert. They like to tell me how to farm. So
they said you left
come
an ear
on
on
down.
the ground back there.
Left a lot more than a ear. Let me tell you.
Okay, but,
So anyway,
but 6 years ago, I think, is when we started to hear, well, we're going to find out who knows cost of production best. That doesn't feel like that is going. The people who are going to maybe go out of business this year are not the bad operators, but maybe you're caught up in something else. Is that fair?
Yeah, and kind of.
Okay.
Because a lot of people are comparing it to the 80s. I came home in 85, and I don't think it's like the 80s. We had interest in the teens.
Yes.
Not the case here. We had people who did go out of business, and it wasn't their fault, because the banks went after the small guys they knew they could get their money out of, and which is probably a terrible thing to say, but I always say we prepare for the worst and hope for the best in farming.
Yeah.
And that's why I have crappy equipment, and I buy when I know I can and I can pay for it. And I don't have a brand new Denali pickup or anything like that. I have 3 old, nice, crappy pickups, but you know, every farmer should have at least 3 pickups. But you know, when you go, and we've had really good times in the early, 2020s, and then now we're hitting this. But every year is unexpected, and we never know what's going to happen.
Tell the audience again some of the groups that you have worked with, served on boards.
Oh boy. The United Soybean Board, I served 9 years on there. The Iowa Soybean Board, I'm now on the Iowa Corn PAC Committee. They asked me to be on that. And I just was asked to be on the Holden Cancer Center, which is really cool. I've been a lot of county boards, the farm credit, or farm, what am I trying to say? FSA, there we go. FSA, NRCS for over 30 years. And, you know, the Oregon Good Neighbor, a lot of advisory councils.
Before we get, we're going to come back to all the groups in a minute, but we have to talk Master Farmer real fast.
Yes, we have to talk.
Otherwise I'll be in trouble.
No, we have to talk, yes. So, in 2024, I was honored to be named as Iowa Master Farmer, and it really meant a lot to me. Anytime you're honored by your peers, you know, there's nothing like it. And in 2026, they're celebrating the 100th anniversary. So it started by Henry Wallace to showcase farmers' longevity in the farm, you know, what they've done, stewardship of the land. Trust me, I am not the best farmer, but I try to care for the land. It's been in my family over 125 years. And then families involved, family, and what you do for your community and organizations. So, you know, that's what's great. And to showcase that in Iowa, and I know I've been on national boards with other guys around other states that do that too, but Iowa has a fantastic network. So.
All right, when you talk about farming, you've got cover crop in here and in some of these fields.
Yeah,
and
that's not weeds that you see in the green.
Right, the green. Okay, I'm going to go back to the national boards then.
Yes.
You have done, I'm guessing, foreign trade trips?
Yes, I've been to over 20 countries. It's
and
been fun.
Do those relationships happen overnight?
No, they really don't. And when I explained, when I was on the Daily podcast, New York Times, I was explaining we, farmers, worked in China for over 40 years. And we knew, you know, that those farmers back then had the insight to see that that was going to happen. That was going to be a big market, and let's develop those relationships. And that's what they did. And so I think I've been to China 8 times, and you know, Iowa has a sister state there, and Des Moines has a sister city. So we have really great relationships. That's what makes it hard to see what's happening now, you know, when you know those people. Now people say, what about India? They have the most. And well, India's a whole different, you know, they're very protectionist. They want to keep their own. So, you know, every country's different, but the thing I find out the most is people love talking to the farmers wherever they're at. They always want to hear about the farm and what's happening and things like that. So
the governor of Iowa just took a trade mission to India.
Yeah.
And that's always seems to be just the, I don't know, is it a tease that, oh, maybe we'll get something with them? I mean, do you ever think we'll ever get something fruitful?
I think we'll get something, but it's not going to be the next China.
Okay. So all these trips...
Wait a minute. You're driving now.
I'm driving now? I don't know what I'm doing.
Yes,
now that
you
we're
will.
going to expose everything.
Yes.
This is see, when I last operated a combine, April, there was no such thing as auto steer.
Yeah, well, it's really hard.
I know.
I mean, a Chinese guy was in here and he kept wanting to drive and driving over my really good corn. I got a little bit angry with him.
Okay.
So don't make me angry with you.
So you're pausing right in the middle of my best question. So we'll
go
pick
ahead.
it before we do it, because what is your reaction for just a moment? Just a moment.
That's okay.
What is your reaction then when trade relationships seem to be jeopardized and turned upside down in 140 characters of all the hard work? I would think, me knowing so many of you that have gone on these trips, that would be frustrating. Is it?
So it is because of all the hard work we've done. And so when you, especially hard when I defend China, and people get very upset with me, and I go, I'm defending them from, I want them as a trade partner.
Yeah.
I said, they want us for a trade partner. We're the biggest consumers, you know, of stuff they make, and they want the stuff I make, you know, the soybeans to feed their hogs and their people and everything. So that's what frustrates me, is people can't see beyond their own, I mean, they're blinders. They got the blinders on. You have to look at the big picture. Trade is about, you have something I want, I have something you want, let's get together.
But what we're hearing is it's not fair.
Right.
Is it?
I don't know. Is it?
Don't you think your crop is worth
I think
$9 a bushel, not $4?
it's Well, of course.
Or whatever.
But, that
I mean,
would
but
make
you
it,
get what I'm saying.
Okay, so I understand. So the thing with soybeans is, when we developed those, there wasn't a Brazil in South America, and now there is. We're very good at what we do, producing soybeans and corn. So, we, back 40 years ago, we didn't expect Brazil to, keep creating land like they do, and so here we are. There's, I think, is a far lower quality. So that's how we represent all the essential amino acids. It's much better. We don't dry our soybeans. They dry their soybeans. It discolors them. So we have a lot of advantages. But right now, China's digging their heels in. Is it
because we've made them upset?
Yeah. They like to save face.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
They're all about saving face.
Which is what I think our president is too.
100%. So we have to get past the egos. And I think it will happen eventually, but it's going to take time. They're in this for the long haul. They don't have, after Argentina dropped their export taxes for soybeans and they came in and bought for their needs, then that kind of did our crop in for what they needed. So, and the longer this goes on, the closer the Brazilian and Argentina soybean crop will be ready to go.
Right. And then you're stuck holding a crop for another
very
long period of time. Very
frustrating. And so farmers have done a lot to develop new markets. We have soy foam, we have asphalt. Iowa State developed an asphalt additive. Anything that but oil's only 20%, and renewable diesel and biodiesel, that's only 20% of a bean when you crush it. We need that meal market.
Yep. All right, fine. I've stalled long enough. What am I doing? I'm stepping out to let you out?
No, you just stand up.
I just stand up.
Just stand up. I'll slide over. Woo. Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, that's right. There.
We're doing this switch. Okay. First, we're going to set the microphone down. Then we're going to pull this down. Okay. No, the first thing would always be is I'd have to get the radio station right, but we won't do that today. All right, what's first?
You sure?
Yeah.
Unable to connect. Oh, that's not good. That's all right. Oh, way to go. You already messed it up, Paul. So this is a hydrostat drive, so you push over
I can
ahead.
that I'm familiar with.
There. Okay, I'm going to reach over.
Okay. We're going over here?
Yeah.
I can tell.
Let's hope it's 8 rows, too.
Counting was never my thing.
So are you a journalist major?
I was. And because...
Where'd you go to school?
I went to Wartburg College in Waverly, Iowa. And I wanted to be the voice of the St. Louis Cardinals. And
I love the St. Louis. I was on the field once pregame.
Okay.
Okay, now
so we gotta get Ram. I know we gotta get up to speed.
Right. Okay. Push down and up.
This one?
Nope. The other one. That one's engages the whole combine.
Oh, okay. Down
and forward.
Forward.
Hear it?
Okay. Now get my.
Now the next one. No, not yet. Okay. Down and forward. That's your head. Now push the little rabbit. See, we run these things so turtle is slow. The white rabbit.
The white rabbit.
Okay, now you're
now
full
my
speed.
RTM. Okay.
Now push 2.
2. Because that's going to be my auto set of the head,
well,
and then just gently.
It's not quite yet.
Ooh,
you got to get in there.
This looks a little low.
No, that's fine. Okay, now there we go. Now push 2 again. You have to hear it. Okay, did you hear the bleep?
Yeah.
Now you're going. Okay.
Can I go faster?
Let go of the steering wheel.
Oh. Let go of the steering wheel.
Yeah. Okay. Go. Now push 2. Twice. Go. There we go. Don't touch the steering wheel.
All right.
Okay. Now you're going to. You can go faster.
I can go faster. Okay.
Yeah. Go like.
We had Massey Ferguson.
So did I.
Yeah, and I was never
760 or
we had a 760.
Yep. So did I. I got really good at changing the drive belt on that.
I was more of hauling,
so go faster.
We didn't. You got things to do today.
No.
That's why we got to go
fast. You want to keep the throat full, so it shells off. Right.
Do you make everybody drive that comes and sits with you?
Yes, I do.
You do? Yeah.
I do. But isn't it fun?
It is, and I love it, and that is the one thing I miss about the day-to-day of doing this stuff.
So he really knows what he's doing.
Wow.
So now, I'm Paul Yeager. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Why do you say went up 4 ticks or down 4 ticks? Because that really bugs me. So what's the origin of the ticks You know what I'm
Well,
talking about?
oh, you mean when I read the closes? When I
Or
say...
when you go, hey, it went up 4 ticks. Yeah, whatever, whatever you call it.
That is what the bosses years ago had always said.
I know.
It's
but
more
where's
of a
it come-
financial, it's just an understanding of, I don't know if it goes back to the 2 bits, 3 bits, or ticks and bit. I don't know. That's a good one that I should maybe, when I ask you if you should disrupt all the past history of agriculture, if I should upright 4 ticks. So it's no different than...
I've always wondered that. I've always thought, what is ticks?
It's no different than saying
Why do you know it's
the
the
dollar
ticker
is up
tape?
120 points.
True.
And why is it points and not cents when we're talking about the dollar? But that's the way it is. It's the way you refer to it.
I just figured it was like ticker tape, like the old stuff.
It could be.
You know,
It very well could be.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, do you have a favorite? I'm not going to ask you a favorite marketing person because that's not fair.
Picking a favorite child.
Yes, it is. Well, kind of. Show. What's your favorite show? What's the
market?
favorite bit? Yeah. Do you have one?
No, not really. I mean,
It would be so hard.
they're all unique. I mean, they are all similar. They're all 27 minutes long or 26 minutes
Right.
long. It's the same type of news. It's the same type of discussion. Panels are fun, but stressful. Regular shows where we talk about some good story. That's fun.
Right. Yeah.
I enjoy how each and every week is somebody different because you've got somebody who does not necessarily talk about charts, but talks about fundamentals.
Right. Yeah.
And so I think that helps someone like
And
you.
you mix it up with grain and livestock.
Yep,
You always.
yep.
And then you have Naomi on for the dairy people.
Yeah, yeah. And so, yes, the dairy people.
Yeah.
There's only 1 or 2 that can really, well, Sean Hackett last week did talk about.
Yes, he did.
He had a couple of dairy questions. All right, we're coming to the end here. What am I just raising my head up with the 1?
You're gonna, when I get to the end, then pull back on the thing and then push 1. Yep.
Okay.
There you
You
go.
want me to go left or you want me to go right?
It doesn't matter. You can go that way.
I'm going to show you that I can turn this thing.
Whee! Ooh, they got done with that field. See, I came out this morning and did some swaths for you.
To make it easy on me. Okay. 2? No, wait.
Yep, 2.
2.
But then that just puts it down. Then once you get in there, you got to hit it again.
Yeah. Okay. I marked. Okay.
Now hit 2 again.
Get my speed going.
There, did you hear that?
That means don't touch, Paul. That means go fast. Okay. Do I have a favorite show? There's moments. I mean, I've been on and off television for going on 30 years. And so there's
Wow.
some memories,
Yeah.
that stick with you. I enjoy...
You do the state fair one,
I do the
too.
state fair.
That would have to be fun.
That is fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe they pay me to go around to that thing and talk to people. That's what they pay me to do, is to go to talk to people. And how
And to get emails from April Hummus and go, hey, you want to ride my combine?
and you're happy that it comes,
What?
because if nobody cares that you're there, that means I'm not succeeding.
That's
and
right.
I know I might not be everybody's cup of tea. I've long since put that past me of I am what I am. I'm not going yes, can I improve and be better? Sure.
So
But am
are
I going
you-
to do exactly what someone wants because of this or that? No.
You're telling me that? So are you worried about the funding?
Oh yeah,
With the lack of funding and things like that? Because I don't want market to market to go away.
well, so
And I'm really worried about that.
So the federal government funded Corporation for Public Broadcasting, which was the clearinghouse for National Public Radio and PBS. That money, we knew at some point, would likely go away. When they did the rescission package and took the money that they'd already approved and pulled it
Yes.
back,
Yeah.
that was the change where it was like, oh, okay. I say, and this is what I told people at the fair, I value that I've worked in commercial news and I've worked in public. I enjoy working for all 3 million people of Iowa, not for 2 car dealers and a realtor. There's
And
nothing
for the
wrong with that.
commercials, yeah.
I find that I'm responsible. I am, as someone who gets taxpayer money, I work for all the taxpayers, whether they agree with me or disagree with me. But I think that our show is the most important one on our air, especially in the state of Iowa.
Yeah. Well, and I'm
in
very
almost
proud
every
that-
other state.
I'm very proud that Iowa soybean and now Iowa corn
Yeah.
are sponsoring it. And, you know, when I was on that board, we said, don't let that go. That's the best thing we could do. So.
And we appreciate that. But then we also have to, again, that's
Keep
a
the
larger
lights on.
group.
Yeah, right.
And
Yeah.
so if you start being critical, but I don't look at it as a hit piece, it is
No.
pointing out,
Yeah,
is there a better way to do things?
right.
Should I talk about ticks or should I talk about...
You're not reality TV, as I say.
No, and I'm not
No.
here for you to... I'm not trying to make some viral moment.
Right,
Now,
right.
Sean Hackett knocking over a mug of water
Oh,
all over the
God,
desk?
I saw that.
Sure.
I thought, did he just knock the water over?
He did.
Oh,
He did.
That poor
That would
guy.
have to be one of the more memorable things I've had time happen in a lot.
Now,
but-
do you film that all the way through?
Yeah. So the
That's
only
what I
reason
was
we didn't
told.
stop is because he didn't stop.
Okay.
I
That's
am
good.
one of those that let's go
Okay, pull back. One.
one. Shoot, sorry,
There
there
you
we
go.
go.
That's
Now,
okay.
and now
Now,
I'm
do you
gonna
wanna-
I'm
do
gonna
you wanna-
shut off the head, which is the,
Yep.
and then
Yep.
let it all cycle through.
Yeah, and then I let it go for a little while and then
Yep.
shut
I
it
hear
off.
him kind of. It's kind of quiet.
Yeah.
So the whole radio thing was kind of funny with Dad because I used to say, "Well, what do you listen to?" He says, "The machine."
The machine.
I'm like, no.
My dad did too. He never. I goes,
no.
I gotta hear what's going on. They go, no, that's why you have the buzzers.
Yeah.
And then I found out they cut the wires to the buzzers because they were annoying when they went. I went, Dad. Okay, I'm gonna make it easy. Okay, now pull back. Now push that button to put the auger out.
Oh, the auger button. Oh,
Yeah,
I hadn't looked yet.
Kind of neat.
I hadn't looked yet to see if
You're-
the auger. Your
you're
head was in my
probably too
shot.
Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, go ahead and dump in the
Oh,
back
you're
one.
gonna let me? Come on, let's fill this one.
Okay.
We can do it.
Then idle down.
Idle down.
Put the turtle.
Idle down. Okay, where's my?
What's that button
This one?
there? That's just saying your auger's out.
Okay. Am I a little slow? Should I speed up a little?
No, because you're gonna have to move.
Am I too far?
Yeah, you're putting corn over. Stop.
Am I really?
Yeah.
I think
See,
I am.
Right. Yeah, right there. Okay. So back
Fine.
up. Yeah, we're just trying. Well, there goes my profit for the year.
Yep. So much for your free labor.
Free labor is not free. I just had a farmer call me and tell me that
Whoopsie. There we go.
his cousin ran into a light pole with a implement.
I still don't think I'm.
I don't see any coming over. Yeah, you can. You're fine. Go ahead, go ahead. Yep, there you go. You got it.
Pointing away a little bit, trying to. I know you were trying to make it easy on me, so I
was trying.
No, farming was always something that I love it, and I just wasn't going to be good at doing some of these things. Can you be a labor person? Sure.
Yeah.
Could I have figured out?
Okay, stop. Now drive ahead.
Have I figured
We gotta
out?
Empty that out.
Have I figured out that? Could I have figured out marketing? No, no one can figure out marketing.
Oh my gosh. I hate
And
it
now
when
my-
people, like, they ask questions and it's like, tell me what the corn's going to do. Who knows?
That's
You
my
know.
job to ask. So where are we
Yeah.
going? Are we going higher?
Yeah, now you can go to the rabbit.
To the
now
rabbit.
you can let her rip. There you go. Right. And somebody said, we were in China actually, and the guy said, I'm not going to tell you what the market's going to do. I'm going to tell you what the market's telling me it wants to do. And I
Yeah.
thought, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a really smart way to say that, because you don't know.
No, and I'm not trying to ask anybody exactly what is going to happen because I know they don't know. But it's like,
Right.
I say, what are some signals I need to be watching for?
You're right.
And could you put alerts on or chart formations or something like that? Sure. But
And I think this year, more than any, they're just throwing their hands up because this summer the market did not react like it was supposed to with all the things happening to it, you know. And then, okay, there you go. Look at you. Now put the auger back. Bye-bye.
oh, that one. I was like, which one is it?
There. You want to keep driving?
I'll keep going if you
Oh,
want one more round.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't go
over
down
there.
here?
Yeah. Go
Yeah.
ahead. And then you can go around there.
Are you okay if I drive while it's putting back, or do you need a minute? Okay.
No, yes, you can drive. Drive while it's putting back.
Did I say it right?
Yes. Yes, you did.
That's Eastern Iowa talk. You Central
That's
Iowa,
Eastern-
North Central people.
Yeah, we're up here. We're almost Minnesotans.
You know, I might not speak your right language.
That's all right. At least you're not pre-Missouri syndrome down there.
well. When you send a son down
that's
there.
right. I forget. You're all over. I can't make crap out of other states.
I know that it's kind of fun to hear and to drive and see things. So
Nope.
okay.
Yep. There you go.
All right. So it's this
Down
one.
and forward.
Down and forward.
And you're
going.
Yeah, you're kind of on a little high.
I'm a little
Not
high
on
here.
low.
Can I slow it?
Yeah, you can. That's okay.
I don't want to bust
Well, the
anything.
bean head is more critical
Yeah, it
when
is.
you're starting that up. There we go. You got this down. Paul Yeager, combine operator.
Great. Now I have something to do in the fall.
There you go. I don't think I'm on the right row here. That's all right.
I'm over right here.
Yeah, you're fine. No, you're fine. I think I did. Yeah. I won't make you do a row of shame, as we call it.
Whoops, I hit it again.
Well, yeah, you did. You touched it. Twice. Beep. There. Don't touch it. Okay, now. Must go
Let's go.
faster.
Let's go.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's get going. Okay.
There. Now, you ask your questions.
Do I get to ask you questions now?
Yes,
Do you have
now
more for me?
do. Oh, many. I'm very...
Okay, you can ask me one more. Just one. No, I'm two. You can ask me as much as you want.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Because I'm done.
All right. So
I'll think of other stuff.
I do think of family members and others that I've seen go on these trade missions, and I just think it would be extremely frustrating. So on the soybean side of things, we know that South America, we taught them all. I see the comments of, well, maybe we shouldn't have taught them how to do it, or they've taken our lunch. That's just the world is competitive, and that's the way it is in any industry.
That's exactly right. And I mean, they're capitalists, just like us, you know. I mean, as the fertilizer is explained to me, my phosphorus is made in Florida. Now, they know the other phosphorus will come from Morocco and get a tariff on it. So do you think they're going to leave their price low and not raise it up?
Well, they're
No, it's capitalism.
The only
So,
way it's going to drop is when
American.
people stop using it.
But that's right.
Because
and so if less people use, well, they were just talking about this. If less people plant corn because it costs so much to plant, right, then that would make the price drop. But if we get that elusive government payment that does not stay in the farmers' pockets and goes to all the inputs, then it'll just keep that price up there. So, you know, it's a vicious cycle we're on. So.
Is this still fun?
Yes. Are you kidding me? So I love talking about my grandpa who lived to be 101 years old. I think I've told this story on your podcast. Lived to be 101. Started farming, background down there, my home place, with 3 horses, and lived long enough to see auto steer come in to tractors.
That's right.
Now, that's one lifetime. In my life, my 40 years, I've doubled the production of soybeans easily, and almost doubled the corn production from when I came home. So I just get so excited about what's to come, the drone technology, the autonomous things. How will we be farming, you know, in 20 years, 50 years? So I think there's so much exciting, and the technology coming on, and it's still fun to me. But the old body, I have the will to keep farming, but as far as, I mean, I'm a one-woman show, as you can see here, and climbing the bins, and I was balancing on top of a bin, putting belts on that burned up, and I'm like, I don't know how much longer I can do this. So, because I don't have anyone here. So, which is fine. And I mean, it really bothers my daughter. We have one daughter. And I said, nope, it's okay. Because she goes, oh, Mom, I should come home. I said, nope. And every farm goes through that, you know, the transition and what do they do. So I'm glad she's pursuing what she wants to do. And that's what every parent just wants their child to be happy. You know, at the end of the day. One,
that's why. I'm like, why is it not going up? So do you have a transition?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's going to manage the farm. And, you know, even though she won't actively be farming, she'll be managing it. My favorite thing is like any...
Oh, sorry.
She went to University of Washington, so she was very liberal at the time. She's mellowed a little. I just want to put everything into grass or, cover grass. And I go, oh, really? How are you gonna pay the bills there, Ruth? You got a lot of taxes you're gonna have to pay. And she goes, oh, yeah. I said, how are you gonna make money then? Well, I said, and why would you put the most productive land in the world and not producing crops? She goes, well, Mom, I just want somebody to farm like you farm it. And I go, there's plenty of people. So,
All right.
It's fun teaching this next generation and watching them go through this. I have, a lot of young kids that I talk to, and it's just really fun. And I try not to be the, oh, yeah, I've been there, yeah, I've done, yeah, oh, no, blah, blah, blah. You want them to go through it because that's how you learn.
Right.
But mistakes now are a little more expensive than when I started.
Well, if an axle breaks and you have to find something in the middle of the peak season,
yep.
That's tough.
That is very tough.
That's simple economics right there.
And if you don't have the ways and means, well, a younger farmer I was just talking to had to buy a different corn head. He said, we just kept babying it along. We thought we had one more year. Every farmer says that.
Yes.
Oh, just one more year, just one more year. Well, it didn't make it. So they just had to buy a 12-row corn head, and I went, ouch.
Yeah.
So, and they're in their 30s. So I went, okay. So I'm kind of glad I'm on but you know what? When I was their age, I was selling corn under $2. So, I mean,
and you hope you don't go out where you're selling it for $2
Yes.
too. But your
know.
yield is ridiculous compared to them too.
Exactly. So yes, very much so. And my expenses,
All right.
my inputs.
So we talked about inputs, we've talked
Yeah.
about trade, but when you sit here day to day, I know we're about to finish the field and finish your harvest. How have you pushed yourself into the field where you don't think about the moment to moment of what's happening in the world around you?
No.
Or have you been trying? Have you been
Always
looking at
do.
following?
Yes. And if I don't, I have a sister-in-law who's a lobbyist in D.C., and she sends it to me. Look what's going on now. And I'm like, great, okay. No, and also farmers need to pay attention to what's going on. If it rains in Brazil, that's going to make the price of beans go down because it rained in Brazil.
Yeah.
Or, it's such a global market now. And how these wars in Ukraine and Russia and Israel, how they have affected the logistics of how things move, And those are things my grandpa and dad never worried about, but those are things we have to we're almost forced to look at now, so.
The job is never done.
No,
But
and isn't that great?
But this field is. We're getting close.
Oh no, we got plenty. I still have to do combine karaoke, so I have to leave some.
All right.
I left this part for you.
All right, fair enough. We got a couple more rows to go. All right, April, thank you so very much. Appreciate your time.
You bet. It's been a pleasure.
All right, that's April Hemis. This has been the MTOM Podcast. My thanks for watching. Hopefully I didn't break anything. We'll see you next time.